Today on HuntChef, you're in for a treat. We're gonna do my signature honey pepper basted wild boar chops with the smoky beans, and for a little kicker, Brussels sprouts. You're watching HuntChef on Mountaintop Outdoors, and remember, always eat what you kill. Back here at the campfire, we're going to cook my signature brined wild boar chops and baste them up with some great local honey and cracked black pepper, but we're going to serve them over some smoky beans. Now, those beans, we got a mix of black beans and Great Northerns here, but first we're going to start with a little bit of onion in the pot to cook those guys with. Now, we're going to use a spatula for that. Oh yeah. I'll tell you, there's a lot of you out there that are probably even better pros than I am cooking on cast iron, but if it's something that you're not used to, you need to get a good set and follow the directions, get them seasoned, and start cooking with them. Because the cast iron, the way it holds and transfers the heat, and how clean I think it keeps the flavors of the food, really it's unbeatable, especially for things outdoors like this. It's super easy, and once you have them seasoned and you're used to it, the cleanup's a breeze. And storing them and using them every day from there on out, you're gonna love it. So we've got the onion going. We've got these are chipotle peppers. Now, chipotle peppers really are jalapenos, red jalapenos that have been smoked and then packed in adobo sauce. And they've been making things smoky and delicious for a long, long time south of the border. And you probably see them now on all kinds of restaurant menus around. But, you know, they come in small cans typically, which are great because a little bit goes a long way. But these guys, I just took them right out of the can, chopped them up, put them in the cup here, ready to go right in the pot. Easy money. Just giving them a stir with the onions. And we're gonna let that cook for just a minute. Now, for the Brussels sprouts, we're gonna start them with some bacon. I learned how to cook Brussels sprouts from an Austrian chef at a hotel in Palm Beach, Florida, probably 25 years ago. And in a very thick, German accent, he said, you always start with the bacon. So I always start with the bacon. So here it is. The man that taught me how to cook Brussels sprouts was a almost 7-foot tall Austrian guy. So I didn't argue with him much. And I didn't have to because they tasted delicious. So we're going to start that bacon rendering. While we do that, we're going to take these sprouts, we're going to cut them in half, and then I'm just going to slice them roughly a little bit. So you can do these guys on a cutting board or anything you like. I'm just going to cut them right here and put them right into the skillet. Nothing fancy, nothing special. Just cutting them up some so they fry and cook a little easier for me. The Brussels sprouts, a lot of people, kind of a weird name. They turn their noses up immediately at them. But if you told them baby cabbage, they might do the same thing. But either way, whatever you call them, they're delicious. And they're great in the skillet, they're great fried, they're great braised, roasted. But today, they're gonna be cooked in a cast iron skillet with some bacon over a campfire. And I promise that they are gonna be delicious. All right, that's our sprouts. Give those guys a stir. Then it'll be time to switch pans and get back to the beans. Now the onions and chipotles look great. We're going to add our beans to that. We've got a little bit of chicken broth here we're going to add to those beans. Some salt and pepper. No bland beans. And we've got some light brown sugar. We're going to have a little bit of sweet heat and a little bit of smoke with those chipotles in with our beans. A little bit more. Now these beans just need to simmer a little while. Let that chicken broth do its magic to bring everything together there flavor-wise. Tender the beans up just a little bit more. And in the meantime, we're going to continue to work on our Brussels sprouts some. And we're going to give these guys a little bit of our chicken broth as well. Now that the bacon started to crisp up, and that'll just help steam them, tender them up a little bit more. And a pinch of salt and pepper over that. Okay. Now it's time to get the boar on the grill. We have got a great meal shaping up here on the campfire today. Now I've got the Brussels sprouts are just about done. The beans are simmering away nice. And now it's time to put the boar chops on the grill. So I've got some of my Stonehouse grill rub here. And get these guys right on, right over the hot spot. Because we're not going to overcook them. We're going to get them just done right up next to these pans. Give those beans a stir. They're bubbling nice, looking right. Oh yeah. And the Brussels sprouts are pretty much done. I'm going to pull them back away from the heat a little bit. Man, those things smell good. I'm excited for this one. All right, and these chops are getting a nice sear on them. We're going to get a turn on these guys. Oh yeah, that looks great. Good color there. Now, I said honey pepper boar chops. This is some beautiful local amber honey that we've got. I'm just going to give these guys a little baste with it. Now honey and pepper, back in the day, were two things that were actually used to take the gamey flavor out of food, and the pepper, of course, help keep the bugs and the flies off of it and preserve it. So kind of what's old is new, because you know it tastes great. But the pepper, the rough cracked black pepper now over these guys, over that honey glaze, and we're gonna let that sit on there over the heat while the other side sears and get nice and tacky. Give our beans a stir. The Brussels sprouts are ready to go, looking delicious. I love those little crispy bits that get in the bottom between the sprouts and the bacon. And the beans are looking good. We're just about ready to eat. And while those set and get ready, we're going to start to make our plate. We're going to start with our smoky beans over here. Get these guys. Oh yeah. You can see those chunks of chipotle in there. The white and black beans have gotten super tender. And I know they're going to be extra delicious. Now we've got our Brussels sprouts all nicely crisped up. Put some of these down both sides. Man, this thing smells good. You want every last bit. There we go. And finally, we're going to take our honey pepper chops and put them right over that gorgeous bed of beans and greens. We've got some delicious California Cabernet that I would suggest to pair with this. We also have good old Yuengling lager, but any good lager beer, full-bodied red wine is going to pair up great to the black pepper, all the smoky flavors from the chipotles and the campfire and everything in there. And I promise you, celebrating your harvest isn't gonna get much better than this. You're watching Hunt Chef on Mountaintop Outdoors, and remember, always eat what you kill.